G'day guys, Will here. So today's video is going to be a bit of a personal one, and this isn't something that I do particularly often on the channel, but I think it's important to update you guys on a couple of things that are going on in my personal life at the moment and the impact that they're going to be having on the channel. Now don't worry, it's all positive for the channel moving forward, and it's a very exciting, if not a little bit stressful time for me in my personal life. So basically what's happening, and you guys that are in our Discord community already, shameless plug there, would already be a little bit aware and familiar with what's going on. But basically I'm moving to doing boosted media as my full-time work. So very anxious about it because obviously the family is going to be taking a pretty significant financial cut here. About 50% of my income is going to be disappearing over the next couple of weeks, but very, very exciting opportunity as well. And I'm a sort of person, I always try to have a positive outlook on these sorts of things. You know, it's always been, well, not always, but it's been my goal for the last sort of 18 months or so since I sort of realized that this channel is something that is ultimately going to be going somewhere. I mean, it's been growing at a very healthy rate, particularly over the last 12 months. And yeah, once I realized that there's, you know, actually potential here, I've sort of been working as hard as I possibly can to build this up, you know, as quickly as I possibly could. Whilst also maintaining a full-time job as well. So basically the way I've operated for the last couple of years now is I've been working as a full-time casual employee for a company, basically doing online marketing, social media and stuff like that for them. And they've been very, very good to me in terms of flexibility and things like that. I've had, you know, I've been able to shoot videos in the morning for you guys and then go to work for 10 hours and then, you know, edit my video in the evening, get the video uploaded. So I've been working extremely hard. I've been doing sort of 16 to 18 hour days, pretty much 7 days a week for the last year at least. Probably more like 18 months. And, you know, that has really been taking its toll on both me personally as well as, you know, impacting my family as well. You guys would be aware, you would have seen in some of my videos, I do have a young daughter who is almost 5 now. I also have a son who's actually never been in any of my videos, but he is just about to turn 3 in the next couple of weeks as well. And, look, I'm very blessed that I'm able to work from home 3 days a week currently. So I'm only traveling down to the city 1 day a week. So I'm always sort of at home for the kids, but I don't have much time to actually spend with my family. You know, I'm sort of, you know, in the evenings when the kids are in bed, I'm not spending time with Jill, my wife, who you've seen in a couple of my videos, and she's going to be appearing a lot more on this channel moving forward. We'll talk about that in a little bit more detail soon. But, yeah, look, I haven't been able to spend the time with my family that I need to, and that's, you know, that's taking its toll on the family because obviously my wife is upset that I'm not spending enough time with her. My kids are starting to sort of, I guess, display behavior that sort of indicates that they're not particularly happy and well balanced either. So I think it's important for me to, you know, start to prioritize my family a lot more. But I also want to continue to grow this channel as well. So basically the decision that I've made along with the company that I'm employed by is that we're going to be cutting my time right down with them. So basically what that means effectively is that boosted media is going to become my full-time job, and that I'm still going to be doing some consultancy sort of work on the side as well. So it's a very, very exciting time for the channel as well as for me personally, for the family as well, because it means I'm going to be, you know, spending a lot more time with them, and I'm going to be a lot happier person in general. I mean, I always try to come across as bubbly and as excited and, you know, happy as I can in the videos. But the honest reality is a lot of the time I'm extremely fatigued, extremely overworked. You know, that's my own doing. I'm doing this to myself. But I haven't been a particularly happy person for quite some time now, simply because of the stresses that I've been putting on myself. And, you know, anxiety is a massive part of that as well. And I want to talk about anxiety with you guys in a little bit more detail in just a moment as well. But yeah, basically the family is going to be taking pretty much a 50% hit in terms of our income, which is very significant. We're very lucky that we are in a position where we can afford to do that. You know, my wife and I have both worked extremely hard to sort of, you know, pay off debts and things like that, so that we're, you know, in a position where we can do this. And, you know, this has sort of been a long-term goal for at least the last sort of 18 months now, since I realized that this channel had sort of, you know, it really did have potential to become, you know, a family business, so to speak. That's really sort of been, what I've been focusing on trying to build in the background and putting as much time and effort and money as well into as I possibly can. So I'm really, really excited to be able to say to you guys that yes, this is what we're going to be doing moving forward. This is the direction that we're going to be steering things, and yeah, this is going to be my full-time job from now on. So yeah, absolutely over the moon with that. But at the same time, that does come with a lot of anxieties, and this is something that I want to start bringing into the channel a lot more for you guys as well. I've talked about my struggles with depression and anxiety in a couple of videos in the past. I did a video probably 4 or 5 months ago now, sort of talking about the reasons why I got into sim racing and moved away from, real track racing and things like that, simply because the anxiety that I suffered through, taking my car to the track and stuff often took the excitement and enjoyment out of the things that I was doing. But I really want to sort of try to take that to the next level with you guys. Whenever I've mentioned my struggles with depression and anxiety in videos, I've always had a really positive amount of feedback from you guys. I've had a lot of people reach out to me and say, hey man, I struggle with the same stuff. I really love it that you're sort of opening up about this and, making it a bit more public. And, this channel is relatively small, but it is growing quickly. And I feel like, we're at a point now where we can start to use this as a platform for greater good. And I mean, the focus of this channel has always been helping people. Ever since I started it, my aim has always been to, share information with you guys, help you guys out with, I guess, practical solutions to everyday things like, how to do this, how to do that, reviews and all that kind of thing. But what I'm really motivated by in life and what I'm really passionate about is helping people at a deeper level. And, I've been through a lot of shit in my life. I've been through some really hard stuff. And, I don't think that it's good to compare one situation to another person, because there's always somebody that's worse off than you. There's always somebody that's been through more than you. But that doesn't mean that we can't sort of relate to each other's experiences. So what I would really love to do with this channel moving forward, and something that I'm going to be bringing into the videos a lot more, is just talking about me personally, talking about my personal life, sharing that with you guys. And a big part of that is going to be, bringing my wife Jill into a lot more of the videos. She's going to be doing a lot more sim racing and stuff like that. And I'm not going to be turning it into a vlog channel by any means. That's not the direction that we're going with this. But, I feel like the audience that we have now at Boosted Media is big enough that I can start to relate to you guys more closely. We can have conversations in the Discord chat. We can have our live stream chats and things like that. And we can really sort of start to use this as a platform for greater good. And, I'm not the sort of person that is motivated by money or, fame or anything like that. I just want to help people, and I just want to I want to leave a legacy. I want to die one day, and I want to be able to, leave a legacy and have people look back on my life and say, that's a guy that actually made a difference in the world and helped people genuinely. I've worked for some extremely wealthy people in the past, and I've always kind of felt like I've looked at those people and I've thought, man, you've got everything in the world in terms of, possessions and, physical stuff, but you're not a very happy person and nobody really likes you and you're a bit of an asshole. So I don't want to be that guy. I've always just wanted to help people, and, that's what I'm really passionate about. And that's what I really want to try and do with this channel moving forward. So just a little bit more on the anxiety side of things, just quickly before we move into the next points. The reason why I started this channel in the first place was to push myself out of my comfort zones. At the time I was working for Sony Electronics, and I was a content producer there, but I was mostly dealing with written and animation and stuff like that. My job was to create training content to train resellers on how to effectively sell Sony products. And at that point in time, which was back in 2009, we were starting to transfer, or the industry was starting to sort of progress across to doing more video type stuff. And public speaking and being on camera was always something that I was extremely anxious about, and something that I just really couldn't do. And if you go back and look at some of my really early videos with the channel, they're pretty embarrassing, to be honest. I was so awkward. I always came across on camera like, I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know why anybody would watch this. And when you come across that way on video, people look at it and they go, well, this guy obviously doesn't know what he's talking about because he looks so awkward and anxious. But I'm very happy to say that, over the course of the last 5 years since I started this channel, I have broken that. I mean, I've still got a long way to go in terms of, being completely comfortable on camera and things like that. But I feel like I can talk to you guys just as mates. And that's really what it was all about to begin with. I wanted to, break through that barrier that I had in my own mind and, just overcome that anxiety and that fear. And that is something that with you guys help, because I mean, it's all about you guys and, you know, the way that you interact with the channel. But with your help, that's something that, you know, I've been able to resolve in my life. And, you know, I'm massively thankful for that. So, you know, this channel started out as a way for me to, you know, push myself outside my comfort zones. And I never really expected anybody to watch the videos or even cared if anybody did watch the videos. It was just something that I wanted to do for myself personally. And, you know, as the channel grows, I want to use that experience to help you guys out. I mean, I know a lot of you guys that watch the videos, you know, have been inspired to start your own channels as well. And that's something that I really want to support you guys with as well. So I'm sure a lot of you guys are probably wondering, how can a channel with only 39,000 odd subscribers possibly, you know, support a family and put food on the table? So basically what I've always done with this channel is every single cent that the channel has earned has always gone back into purchasing more gear, you know, to do reviews, to, you know, upgrade camera gear, microphones, lighting, build the studio, you know, all that kind of thing. So I've often seen a lot of comments on the videos, you know, oh, this is just some rich guy that can afford anything he wants and blah, 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 blah. And, you know, that's really deeply hurtful for me personally, because, you know, as I just said, I'm working 16, 18-hour days every single day of the week to make this happen. And yeah, I mean, like I've done okay financially, but, you know, I'm working massive hours to make that happen. And, you know, I've been investing all of the money that the channel earns straight back into the channel so that I can keep producing content for you guys. And that's the way it's always been. And, you know, right up until today, that's been the case. I've never actually, you know, spent a cent that I've earned from the channel on anything other than, you know, stuff that goes back into the channel to make the channel better. Now that is obviously going to have to change with this transition into doing this full time. This is now going to have to be, you know, to a large extent what supports the family. So obviously I am still going to be having to do a little bit of contract work on the side to, you know, keep food on the table and things like that. But essentially what I'll be doing is putting a stop to the amount of spending that I'll be doing. And I'm very lucky that, you know, because I've sort of known that this is going to be coming for quite some time now, I've been able to purchase most of the gear that I need to keep this channel running. And I've also sort of reached the point now, at least with the sim racing stuff, where a lot of these companies are now able to supply me equipment for free in exchange for doing the reviews and things like that. And, you know, that can create some awkwardness as well. I'm very much aware that as soon as you start receiving gear for free in exchange for doing reviews, it does open up a window of opportunity, let's just say, for people to accuse you of being a shill and things like that. And I've talked about that a lot in my previous videos. I guess suffice to say that the relationship that I have with these companies, and I'm always very, very careful with who I work with. And one of the biggest condition that I always place on those relationships is if you're not confident in the product that you're sending me to review, don't send it to me, because I'm going to be open and honest about it. I'm going to tell you guys that are watching exactly what I think of the product. And, you know, so if you're not confident that I'm going to be able to do a good review on it, then don't send it to me. And it's as simple as that. You know, the worst possible thing that you can do for a YouTube channel is, you know, sell out and blur the lines between what's an endorsement and what's a review. And, you know, an endorsement video is when somebody is paying you to use your platform, I guess, as access media. So they're saying, all right, we're going to pay this guy to advertise our product to his audience. That's an endorsement video, and that's not what I do. It's not what I'll ever do. I'm never going to be interested in doing that unless it's something that's done completely separately and is very clear to you guys. And, you know, that is obviously something that I'm going to have to look at moving forward. I am going to have to look at doing some sponsorships and things like that. But what I aim to do there is bring on sponsors that aren't related to the content of the video at all. So say, for example, I might be doing a review of a, you know, a wheelbase or something like that. So I might have a sponsor that's like Dollar Shave Club or something like that, you know. So that's stuff that I'm gonna have to look into moving forward to, you know, help grow the channel and, you know, support the channel financially. But I'm very conscious of never having a conflict of interest there and, you know, being completely open and honest with you guys. And I feel like I've done a good job of being, you know, completely transparent with you guys in the past, and I'll obviously continue to do that. But yeah, look, in terms of the finances, look, I'll just be completely honest with you. The channel itself, in terms of the revenue from YouTube directly, it's around about $1,000 to $1,500 a month Australian. And that's just sort of the revenue from the ads itself. So obviously that's not enough to support a family of 4. The affiliate links that I include in the videos do a lot better than that, particularly the Fanatic affiliate links. that is sort of, that actually, it varies a lot. It goes up and down depending on how the videos are being served to you guys through the suggested content and things like that. Obviously, when Fanatic releases new products that I'm able to do videos on, there's a big spike. But yeah, it averages out to about half of what I was earning in my full-time job. So effectively what that means is that dropping my full-time job and moving to being a consultant is pretty much gonna be halving the family's income. So it is a stressful time with regards to that. But you know, we're in a position where we can make it work, and obviously as the channel grows, the income levels will come up as well. So I'm not too worried about it, at least for now, and hopefully we'll be able to look back in a year's time and feel like we definitely made the right decision there. So that is basically just giving you an understanding of how the finances are going to work. So one of the challenges that we're going to be facing with the channel is diversifying a little bit further. So as I'm sure you guys are aware, as is often publicized and whinged about by a lot of YouTubers, YouTube is not a particularly stable source of income. Now, there's a couple of reasons for that. Obviously, they can change algorithms at any point in time, which can completely, you know, wipe out somebody's income. I mean, I even had an instance, you know, a couple of months ago now that I talked about on the channel where, you know, I uploaded a video. The video got flagged for copyright infringement, which was, you know, not correct. It was a false positive. But I lost my ability to stream, and it was just taken away from me like that. And I mean, at that point in time, I wasn't really streaming anyway, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But you know, things like that can happen at any point in time. Us as content creators have absolutely no control over it. And that is a very scary thing. So one of the things that I need to do, you know, in approaching this more as a business and less like a hobby, is I need to start diversifying what I'm doing as well. And a big part of that has been, you know, including things like the affiliate links that you guys can use to purchase equipment. You know, we've obviously got our Amazon store set up now. We've got our merch store as well, which you can check out. And I'll put links in the description for all of this stuff, but we'll talk about how you can support the channel in a little bit more detail in a moment. But you know, we've got our Fanatic affiliate links as well, where you can purchase your Fanatic gear. And we're going to be adding a lot more stuff like that over the course of the next couple of months. And the reason why I like doing it that way is because it's completely passive. I'm not shoving products down your throat. I'm not sort of asking you to support the channel financially and make donations and things like that. Of course, you can do that if you want to. But you know, if you guys are going to be purchasing gear anyway, then using those affiliate links is a great way for you to support the channel without it actually costing you anything at all. But basically, yeah, we're needing to diversify our income streams with boosted media as well. So we're going to diversify across multiple different sort of sources of affiliate links and things like that. Other big thing that we're going to be doing as well is a lot more streaming on Twitch. So that's something that I've started to dabble with a little bit over the last couple of months. But what I want to do is really come up with a more structured approach to the channel. So I want to have regular content that's going to be uploaded, you know, on the same day of the week, same time every week. And, you know, a part of that will be, you know, some of my races will be streamed on YouTube, but a lot of my practice sessions and stuff like that I'm not currently recording or really doing anything with, I'm going to start streaming those over on Twitch. We'll be doing some races there as well, obviously, too. But yeah, I'm going to keep the structured content is going to be basically on YouTube. And then sort of incidental streams and practice sessions and stuff like that I'm going to be doing over on Twitch. And obviously as Jill becomes more introduced into the channel and she starts to do some sim racing as well, she'll be streaming there as well, which will be awesome. Obviously we need to work that around kids and stuff like that. So streaming is a little bit more difficult in terms of having a, you know, a schedule, but we'll do the best we possibly can there as well. So if you're not already following us on Twitch, and I think my little counter is not actually showing Twitch at the moment. It seems to have a bug there. It's sort of skipping over it. But we've got about 320 followers on Twitch at the moment, which is pretty good considering that we haven't really been putting a lot of effort into that up until now. But yeah, we definitely need to be growing Twitch. We need to be growing the YouTube channel obviously as well. But it's about sort of, you know, creating multiple faces of the business so that we're not relying on any one particular source of income. Because obviously, you know, if YouTube changes their algorithm tomorrow and my views go down by half, you know, the income goes down by half as well. And I mean, even just little things like, I mean, my Fanatic V2 steering wheel review video that I did was what was generating the majority of the income from my Fanatic affiliate links for a long time. And then all of a sudden YouTube decided, oh, we're not going to show that to people in their suggested video feed anymore. And bam, overnight, my income was just like gone. and there was absolutely nothing I could do about that. Now that's not a complaint, obviously. YouTube is, completely, it's up to them what they do with their videos, but that's just to give you an idea of how, I guess, volatile the whole situation is and how little control us as content creators have over that. So yeah, we're definitely going to be having some more regular streams on Twitch, which I'm really excited about. And we're also going to have a lot more structured approach to the content that we upload on the YouTube channel as well. So we'll have, a race on a certain day, another race on another day, and we'll have a review on a certain day. And I haven't come up with exactly what the content schedule is going to be just yet, because I need to sit down with Jill and really sort of figure out exactly what's going to work for the family so that I'm not pushing myself too hard and burning the candle both ends like I have been for the last couple of months. But yeah, we're going to stick to a schedule, and that should make it a lot easier for you guys to follow along as well. And I'm also going to be putting a lot more effort into the Discord community too. And a big part of that is going to be organizing more community races and things like that. It's something that I've been teasing for a very long time now. And look, to be honest with you guys, I just haven't had the opportunity to get that going because I've been so busy, producing content and working full time as well, that I just haven't been able to put the effort into getting that all organized that I needed to. But yeah, as with these changes, I'm going to be able to have a lot more time to organize that as well. So we'll be organizing some, I guess, not league races, but some community races, some challenges and stuff like that as well, which is going to be really excited. So follow along on the Discord community for more detail on that very soon. But yeah, that is basically what's going on. So it's a very exciting time for me personally, exciting time for the family as well. And yeah, look, I think that this is definitely the next step for the channel. Something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time now, but hasn't been financially viable until now. And as I said, it is going to be a bit of a strain on the family financially for a little while at least. But it's something that I think we're ready for it. And I'm confident that in a year's time, I'll be able to look back, watch this video again, and be like, yeah, that's awesome. This was the right thing. And if I can reach one person and help one person to be happier and have a better quality life, then it's all worth it. So that's really what this is all about. I really want to, enrich your lives and help you guys out and, build a community of people that are all here to help each other out. So that's what it's all about. So we talked a little bit before about the affiliate links, and I mentioned that was probably the primary source of income from this channel at the moment. Now, the reason why I've chosen to go down the path of affiliate links is I feel like it's a really effective way for you guys to support the channel and what we're doing, because it means that you're able to purchase the gear. It means that, I'm able to give you guys honest reviews without having to do endorsement videos like we talked about just before. But it doesn't cost you guys anything. So if you guys want to buy a steering wheel or, computer equipment or stuff like that, you can use those affiliate links. Doesn't cost you anything extra, and a small amount of the profit comes back to me. And obviously, as we scale up, we get more people purchasing stuff through those links. The income levels come up, and that supports the channel, puts food on the table for the family and things like that. And it stops me from having to do things like, ask for donations and stuff like that. Now, obviously, those platforms are there. We do have a Patreon that you can support on, things like that. And I will be putting a lot more effort into building a stronger community around Patreon. But I'm never going to do exclusive access to content and stuff like that. I'm always going to keep all of my content free for you guys, because I just don't feel right about putting a paywall up in front of you guys. I always want to, keep things completely free for you guys, and then you can just support the channel however, in whatever way you guys have the means to do. So yeah, a big part of that is the affiliate links, obviously the Patreon as well. And then as you can see below this video as well, we do have the merch store too. So that is another way that you can support, and we will be adding a lot more products to that over the coming months as well. And if you do have any suggestions for any merch, jump in the Discord and let me know there as well. But that's basically it. I mean, obviously I'll be looking at different ways that we can, grow the channel, diversify the channel in terms of the income streams and things like that. But I'm pretty happy with the way things are set up for now. And yeah, I can only really see it growing from here, which is awesome. So those are the different ways that you can support the channel financially. But look, I mean, the best thing you can possibly do is watch the videos, enjoy the videos, chat in the comments, hit the thumbs up button, join the Discord community, and just be a part of the growing community that we have here. And as I said, I really want to start using this more as a platform for helping people and genuinely making a difference in people's lives. So look, I can't express enough how thankful I am to you guys for all the support that you've shown over the last 5.5 years now that we've been doing this. And yeah, look, I'm really excited for the future. I think it's going to be an awesome ride. And I want to be able to look back at this when I'm too old to be making videos on YouTube anymore and say, I spent my time doing something that made a difference in the world and genuinely helped people. And that's what it's all about for me. And that's what I want to do for the rest of my career, basically. So thank you guys very much for coming along with me for the ride. Hopefully we'll look back in a year's time and feel like we made the right decision. I'm absolutely confident that we will, but at the same time, obviously, I'm very anxious and nervous about it as well. You know, adult responsibility, looking after my wife, looking after my 2 kids is something that I take extremely seriously. So I do need to weigh it all up and make sure that I'm making the right choices and, you know, I guess keep tabs on the way things are going. But yeah, guys, I'm just absolutely thrilled that I'm able to make this video for you guys today and share this with you. So thank you very much for the support once again. And yeah, guys, I'll see you again soon. Bye.